Hi guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. It's currently almost 12 in the morning. Stray Kids just announced their new comeback earlier today. I wanted to take you guys on my group order process from like start to finish. Most importantly, whenever they have a comeback, they always do, or they've been recently doing signed benefits for North America only. These usually sell out pretty fast, but they actually stayed in stock for like 30 minutes. So a lot of my American friends did manage to secure it. I still ordered a couple so that I can hopefully give them to my international friends that may have not been able to get one. They do also have an accordion and a Nemo version, which I am hosting for. I already posted the stuff for that. So yeah, here is the signed albums, here's the accordion, and here's the Nemo versions. So what I do is just like I post it. Usually there's pre-order benefits for each store. I don't know that yet because I didn't really see anything, but this comeback I kind of decided to like I would just let them vote on which store they want, and so I just like posted the caption and stuff so that people can see what claims are available, and then I'm gonna fill that in and then make the master list and start collecting payments soon. Okay, hi guys, it's currently November 28th. They announced like the rest of their world tour earlier last week actually. I ended up pushing the due dates for the accordion and the Nemo version later to December just so that people had enough time to like regain money. I'm gonna show you guys what the payment forms look like for these. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Okay, this is generally what my group order forms look like, with the exception of if I'm doing like a merchandise group order, I'll do those on Gomdrop and not Google Form. Yeah, it'll just ask the username, location, the initial price. I don't know why that says initial plus EMS. Payment method that the person is using. I asked for their display name so I can find their payment, information about the payment note, and my payment methods. This is where it's a little different from where I typically collect initials. This was just because I hadn't like picked a store myself. I just like polled my joiners basically and decided which one they wanted the most, I guess. And then just some information. Ew. Just some information down here. Yeah. Ew. I'm still collecting initials at this point. For the signed ones, I didn't extend the deadline just because these were already secured and it was like $500 for all of it. But for this one, I gave a little extra wiggle room. So that's it for now. Hi guys. It is December 8th now. It's almost 11 p.m. Today was the deadline for initial payments. I have most of them except for like maybe one person, which is better than most of my group orders because this one's a smaller one. I'm going to show you guys how I place my orders to my caddy. I use K-Friday. They have a service where they can place orders for you. You can also place the orders yourself and pay for it yourself and then just like fill in their address. However, I'm ordering the Nemo versions through JYP shop. If I'm ordering to a Korean address, I can't use any other currency except for Korean won. This one has a service fee to it, and then if you order it yourself, I don't think it has a fee for that, but it's not that high at all. Once you register with K-Friday, you like click the button that says order for me and it'll bring you to this page, and then from here I'll do online regular since I'm not like in a rush or anything. I already put the form in, but I forgot to record it. So here I would put, let's say, JYP shop, and then for items I would fill in all this information. I would just go to the listing of whatever I was trying to order, fill in all this information, put in the values and whatnot, make any notes for any variations if there are any, and then save that. Just submit it from there, and then after that they'll send you an invoice for how much you need to pay, and then you just send that through Wise or PayPal. Usually I use Wise because it's cheaper than PayPal, and then they'll place the order for you. For the Nemo version, I do have to order it through JYP shop because that's one of the only stores that counts the Nemo version towards a store pre-order benefit. And then I took a poll to see what stores people wanted for the accordion version, and Music Plant was generally like the highest, so I placed an order for the accordion versions on Music Plant. They should send me the invoice tonight, hopefully, and then those will be ordered. It's January 5th. Happy New Year. Around the same time that the Hop stuff started coming into the warehouse, the Dominate Soul Tour merch online stuff was also coming in. So I was like, I might as well just ship this out with the albums. They've all finally gotten to the warehouse, and then I requested forwarding. It ended up being split into 6 boxes. I got the invoice for it. It's literally like $2,000-ish. After I got that invoice, I calculated EMS. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do EMS for like a larger group order when there's multiple orders in one kaddy shipment. If I look at my group order archive, for this one, I just have kaddy batch 35 to 40. People who are in like multiple of the group orders within that batch can just look at this one table and see how much they owe in total across all of the group orders, rather than just making them like add it up and look at all the individual master lists and whatnot. Like if you look at mine, for example, I have my total EMS for all 3 group orders. So let's start at the top. Let's do a little digesting. I put the FedEx tracking numbers here whenever they give those to me after I pay for it. And then I have a separate page for an EMS breakdown. This is where it kind of gets confusing. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't think anyone cares that much. I put everything into tiers. It ranges from low tier to upper high tier. Low tier is generally things that can be shipped out stamped. It goes up to upper high, which is like super heavy, super big. And then I just try to like classify everything into their respective tiers in the middle. After that, I'll count the quantity of each item per tier. So I'll like sum up the number of special trading cards, Kazoo Dangle keyrings, with Moo Proto cards, whatever. And then I'll assign a percentage to that. The percentage kind of takes into consideration like how much physical space all those items take up in the package, but also their weight. So like there's more low tier items than lower mid, but because of the fact that the low tier items are super light compared to the lower mid ones, the percentage for this is going to be less than the lower mid. I kind of just play around with the percentages until I get a price that seems appropriate for each item. Usually your upper high is going to be the highest percentage. In this case, the lower high was higher than that because there's significantly more stuff in there. For upper mid, the percentage is so high because there's so many of these items compared to like the upper high tier. So I could set this one as 42% while the EMS is still relatively reasonable amount for those items. Does that make sense? After I figure out the percentage, you kind of just plug them into a formula. It's the percent times total shipping cost divided by the quantity of items, and that gets you your price per item. I just double check and make sure that everything is calculated correctly so that I am equating pretty close to what I'm supposed to be paying for shipping. Does that make sense? It's kind of hard to explain. I'm not a math person, but yeah, I put the breakdown on there, even though most joiners are probably not going to understand what any of these mean. As long as the price per item is there, then it should be okay. And then I put a little section here for the instructions on how to send in their second payment. I link my address form, and then I also link the EMS form. This is the EMS form for this batch. I asked for their email. I started including this question just because people seem to skip that one, and they forget to go back and do it. We're gonna pretend that we did it already. Let's just put a random email. And then ask for your current username. That's me. Old username in case, because some of these group orders are like really old, especially the merchandise ones. Those processing times are like 2 to 3 months. I tried to make these forms super digestible, so I try to use a lot of like yes or no questions just to make it easier. So let's say I am in the Dominate Tour Merge Go. It's going to bring me to this page where joiners for that go are going to need to answer the questions. But if I had answered no, then it's just going to take me to another one of the yes or no questions. So let's look at the Dominate Tour one. This one just goes into ranking your pods because as far as I know, everyone is getting a pre-order benefit for this order. And then it goes into sorting for these specific merch items. So we're going to say, yeah, I do. I'll say, yeah, I do have one of those items claimed. And then it goes into a sorting for that one. But we're going to lie and say no, actually. And then it's going to ask you another yes or no question. For this one, since it's an album, we have sealed or unsealed. If I click sealed, it's just going to take me to the next yes or no question. If I click unsealed, it's going to take me to the sorting. If I say I am in this group board, it's going to take me to the sealed and unsealed. And then ask the same general questions depending on how you answer. So now, once you're done with sorting, we're actually going to go into the EMS. I just have them select which group orders they're paying for, just a little link to my master list. some liability agreement stuff. Make sure they're paying their total amount rather than just one individual group order. Payment methods, blah blah blah, just basic payment collection stuff, and that's it. It's kind of annoying to make, but I feel like that's the easiest way to have it set for joiners so that they aren't like super overwhelmed with a whole bunch of questions that probably won't apply to them. So now at this point, I just started taking EMS today. The deadline is on the 12th, so we're just gonna let these roll in. And also, if you notice, some of the stuff that I'm collecting on here from the group orders, it doesn't necessarily line up with how much I'm supposed to have. That's because there's some items in here that aren't like group orders, like these with Moo photo cards. Those are mine that I bought. Rise keychains that I proxied for someone like a couple months ago. They have some stuff in here, so they have to pay their portion of shipping. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. We'll see where we end up in a week or two. Alright guys, it is like mid-January now. The albums are finally here, along with some tour merch. So we're just gonna take a second to open these. I actually haven't opened the accordion version or the Nemo version yet. I didn't go out and buy any albums at Target or anything this comeback just because I already knew that I would be getting some from my own group order. So I was like, I'm gonna be a little resourceful with my money this time. I've got a couple options here. We have so many photo cards in the shipment. I don't know which one has the pops in it. I do think there's some album photo cards in here too, so... Or no, actually maybe these might all be music plant pobs. Some of the pobs this era, I'm not really a fan of the concept of this era. It's okay, it's nice, visually nice, but I think it's, I don't know, I prefer their other concepts better. This photo card of Hyunjin is really nice though. Also, I really like this outfit on Chan. Oh. This one is also a nice photo card. Okay, awesome. I'm glad that the sets are even. There you go. Alright, we've got perfectly even sets. Hooray. I'm not going to do it tonight because it's already late, but I do have to open some of these, take out the photo cards and sort them out. And then I have to do it again with the Dominate PCs. Music Plant Accordion group order is good. Alright guys, Nemo version next. I should have 16. So 2 OT8 sets for the pops as well. These pops are really pretty. I had a freak out for a second when I opened them because I thought it was like the little event thing that they did at the pop-up. Like those special high touch card thingies. Or real touch cards, that's what they're called. But it's the same like concept. It's from their solos, but it's not the same card. But I looked through these and I think we do have an even amount of everything. This is from Railway. I really love his look for his solo. It looks so cute on him, and the song itself just suits him so much. And then Ultra, of course. This one also suits Changbin very well. I really like this Hyunjin photo card. This one is really cute too. And then from Unfair. Oh my gosh, what happened there? I don't know, I feel like the solo... I like the solos from, what is it? Skiz Record better. These ones were okay. There wasn't any one of them that I felt...
stood out to me at first listen.
I don't know, they're still good. It's just like, I like the Skiz Record better. And I feel like their solos from, I think it was the Japan Dome Tour. They deserve to be on here as well. I also have these, I think these are with Moo Pubs. I saw the unblurred previews for them, and I was like, oh, I need to get myself a set. I don't know why I didn't just, like, join a group order for it. I decided to just buy 8 albums directly off of Withmoo. So I have extra hop photo cards now, I guess. It looks so cute. Like, this one's gotta be my favorite too. But I don't know, I think I might sell some of these off just because I don't need an OT8 set of these. I feel like I want to keep all of them, but like then I don't know. I'll have to decide. I really like this Hyunjin photo card though. This one looks so cute, and the Felix one. I requested K Friday to have the PCs and the pobs removed, So I don't have the physical albums for these, but I do have the photo cards. I just don't care to look through them right now. This weekend, we will start unsealing some stuff. Yeah. My desk gets like progressively messier every time I record. I spent last night sorting pobs for a different go, so it's still a little bit messy, but I kept everything else since I'm gonna be sorting these Nemo albums now. This is me post TikTok ban, post 10-hour TikTok ban, and CapCut. I didn't know that they were taking away CapCut too. I didn't realize that they were like the same company. So I had it was like a pregnancy scare. I was like, I didn't finish editing my video. What am I gonna do? We're gonna be opening the Nemo albums and the accordion version albums, which I'm kind of excited about because I haven't opened these before. They're all the same design this comeback, so nothing special. I don't actually know what the pobs look like, so I'm gonna have to open my form and look at that. I believe it's only one of the random PCs per Nemo album. Okay, here it is. Is it gonna focus? Oh, okay, we're like that now. I really hate the new Apple camera. It like pisses me off. Okay, I guess I can't get too close. Oh, hi, that's me. Does anyone even use the Nemo album for like what it's supposed to be used for? Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't know these were randomized too. Oh, wait, this is a card or a sticker. It's like flimsy. I think it's a sticker. I thought it was the back of this thing first. I was like, whoa. I didn't know these were a thing. So I'm gonna sort those out too, I guess. This is the album or like the concept OT8 cards. Oh wait, there's more. Is there OT8 of these? Okay, so I don't have to sort them. Let's look at those two. But our first photo card pull is Felix. I love this look. I will keep this for myself. That's my pull. There's OT8 of these stamp stickers. I forgot that these came with them. I'm so glad that these Nemo albums come out this way. So instead of having to like push up and remove the sleeve like that, I can just slide the box out, which is so convenient because the first time I hosted for Nemo albums was during Rockstar era, and I swear I like broke half of them because I couldn't get them out. If you're curious about what I watch while I'm doing a bunch of this redundant stuff, I watch Out of Character podcast. I also watch like a whole bunch of different things. Like I'll watch video essays and whatnot, but I got bored of those. I got bored of watching those while I was sorting last night for like hours. No Bang Chan, unfortunately. I'll put a picture of what his is supposed to look like. Sorting for merch group orders I feel like is a lot easier because I get a larger assortment of pobs, but like for smaller album group orders it's so much harder. Just because I don't know if I explained it before, but I don't do like timed forms. I just have them all submit and I try to sort them as best as I can. So it makes it a little difficult, but we're gonna see what I end up with. Okay, now onto the accordion ones. I got the Nemo version stuff sorted out. It ended up pretty good. I was able to stay within everyone's like top 4 choices, which is pretty decent given what I had. So now we have the accordion versions. I haven't opened these either. These ones come with like a lot of pobs to sort out. I think like 3. There's like the accordion version album PC, there's the pob, and there's the monochrome PC.
What the dog doing?
guys, I just finished sorting and I'm not very satisfied with how the sorting ended up. It was very difficult. For the sorting for this one, I had to dip down to like the 5, 6, 7 rankings, which is not ideal, but there wasn't anything damaged, it didn't look like, so hopefully they can trade for them. I don't know, the pulls were very weird, and because there were so many pobs, I mean not pobs, there were so many photo cards, it was like, I don't know, it was just very not ideal. So I'm kind of disappointed, but I guess it'll have to do. That's pretty much it for this. I just have to like take a picture of these and upload it onto the Notion so they can see their pulls. And that'll be it for the Hop albums. That's not terrible. I'm still waiting on the customs invoice to come in. So once I have that, these will be ready to ship out. Okay guys, little backstory. I'm low-key kind of stupid, but I got this package in for my fixed claims for 8, not Hop, but I recorded this thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought somehow that this was for Hop era, and I recorded like a run through of all the pobs that I received for my fixed claims to add to this video, but it's not even the same comeback. So it's almost the end of February now, so everything has been or is going to be sent out. I don't typically record my like DOMS payment collection and packing process because packing already takes long enough, so I feel like recording it just gets in the way. And it's also super messy because I literally do it on the floor. There's just no room for anything on my desk, so all my packing is done on the floor in my loft. I got the customs invoice for the albums. I just calculated the customs cost from there. It took a lot of reading over the invoice and whatnot, and I added that value to their DOMS price, which is just shipping from me to the joiner, typically through USPS. I just pack everything up from there after they pay DOMS. I'll show you guys my DOMS form actually. Okay, so this is what my DOMS page on my Notion looks like. There's just some information at the beginning, but then it goes into the shipment status table. Each row,
That's it.
hey, each row equals one parcel or one package, so everything in the group order column that it's listed for is what's going to be included. What is Okay, so the group order column says like all of the group order items that are going to be in that package for that person. And then after that is the status column, which basically just helps the joiner like figure out if they're ready to pay or not, if it's being sent out, if I'm doing that, if I sent the address checks. I'm going to open the tab in a second so you can take a look at all the different statuses that are available on there. The tracked and stamped columns are where I put the DOMS price. So it'll already include like any fees or whatnot, or like customs or EMS if that wasn't already paid. That'll already be included in the DOMS price. So if the package is only available to be sent tracked, it'll only have a value in the tracked column. And then if it's also available to be sent stamped, then there will oh my god. If it's also able to be sent stamped, there will be a price in the stamped column as well. And then depending on which price the joiner sends to me as their payment, that's how I know which option they're paying for. And then I'll update it in the method section whether they chose stamped or tracked, and then USPS or UPS. And then the rest of the columns are pretty self-explanatory. I can leave a link to my Notion in the caption, and then there's actually in my FAQ there's a like little guide on how to read my DOMS shipment status table. And then this is the form that I have my joiners fill out to pay for DOMS. It basically asks generally the same basic information at first, and then it goes into some stuff about like consolidated shipments or combined shipping and whatnot, because sometimes people will request to have their packages held until other group orders come in. And then there's just a bunch of like liability stuff and basic payment collection questions. And yeah, I don't know, it's pretty straightforward if you want to take a read. It's pretty long, but it is. But that's like the end of the group order basically. Anyways, that's it. Like I said, I don't tend to record myself like actually packing the mail because it's pretty self-explanatory. It just takes too much time, so I don't record it. And I also do need my phone for when I send address checks. But yeah, that's pretty much how my group orders go from start to finish. I hope that made sense and cleared some things up maybe. And I hope that it was enjoyable for you guys to watch, because it was not enjoyable for me. I'm kidding. That's it for now. Thanks, guys. I guess you can just watch the rest of the time lapse. I'll see you guys in another video, maybe.